1 minute, you called Alia Bhatt the side character of Student of the Year.
I felt like she was.
I'm not the problem on this podcast.
This is going to sound so strange
Say
because
no.
they're in a love story.
Yes.
But I always saw her as like Aditya looking at his childhood in a way, like
Omkara? Did I say it with an accent?
Omkara.
Omkara, yeah. Cocktail as a movie, I hate.
Yeah.
That movie pisses me off. It evokes a reaction from me all the time.
oh god, what a movie! Important movie for me in my career.
True, yeah,
as a
same.
Film watch, in my career as a film watcher.
How are there
Vivek,
4 parts of Masti?
There are too
How? What is going on?
I think they should not do Masti anymore. They're 45.
Oh, he's so
He's
harami, yaar.
It set the roadmap for a lot of actors like Nawaz.
Oh,
And he's like terrified,
Karan.
like, you know, and
Smart
I
ho gaya tu.
don't know if you've heard of him, Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, who is this?
His-
Shah Rukh, if you're seeing this, call me.
Yeah. But hi everyone, I'm Karan.
Hi, I'm Shreemi.
Welcome to Cine 5,
Cine 5.
where we talk about our 5 picks in all things cinema. This week, we are talking about 5 career-defining performances.
Yeah. And we rank them. Like it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So just to explain this, 5 career-defining performances with different actors. It's not going to be the same actor. And this is a disclaimer that I'm putting out. There are great actors that are not on my list because
Same.
I don't know which movies define their career because their entire career was awesome.
Well defined.
Well defined.
Well defined.
So,
Yeah, same. Like I haven't put a lot of my favorite actors in it because I can't pinpoint which performance of theirs is when I fell in love with them.
Yeah.
This is still a little more defined where I knew like before this movie and after this movie I became a fan of this actor.
Correct. Okay, so I'm going to start.
Yeah, start.
Because I'm
Come
I'm
on, you're a
raring
man,
to go.
you're a man.
Oh
Yeah.
God. My
Yeah.
number 5, just
Yes.
to double check, is my number 5 is Alia Bhatt in Highway.
Hey, yaar.
Oh
You
God.
know, I was going to start like you think we'll have an overlap, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
we have
cool.
an overlap?
Yes, we do.
Is it also your number
Yes, it
5?
is. No, it's not my number 5.
Oh,
but
it's in your list. Okay.
It's in my list.
So the reason I'm picking this film is because of the 5 that I picked, this is the most perception shift causing film or performance.
Absolutely.
Like, in the sense that when Student of the Year came out, I think a lot of the flack, unfairly in my opinion, came on Alia Bhatt. It was like,
Okay.
oh, she's like the worst of this film. She was, and like the Coffee with Karan interview. And
Yeah, of
all of that
course.
stuff
Yeah,
became
yeah.
like a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
And it got clubbed with all this stuff. In which, to be fair, the film was never like the film was Varun Dhawan, the film was Siddharth Malhotra. She was just sort of like a side character.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then it was like, well,
1 minute, you called Alia Bhatt the side character of Student of the Year.
I felt like she was.
I'm not the problem on this podcast. I love it. Then?
She was treated like the side character in my
Okay.
opinion.
Huh.
We've had a lot of debuts recently where like, you know, the Nepo kid does a
Right.
film and it's like, oh
Yeah.
no, this is a train wreck.
Yeah.
And then they're done, not to name anyone.
Name na.
No. And they're like, oh God, this
Give
career is...
one example. Give.
And
Okay.
they were like in the trenches basically after that. And
Correct.
like once Highway came out, it was like,
Now, how do I say this without making it very like morose? But I really like when Alia Bhatt is suffering. I think she does. She
Yeah.
does a great job when her character is going through like the worst.
true.
The worst, like your Urta Punjab, Darlings for that matter, Highway. And I also picked Highway because she was such a revelation.
Yeah.
Especially the end, right? When now it's become like memed, her crying and her breakout scenes where she's having like a big moment. But the impact of Highway when I watched it for the first time, again, I went with zero expectations. I only went because A.R. Rahman's music was amazing. And Imtiaz Ali, okay, fine, sure, let's go and watch it. But, and I had also actually seen long ago, I think the star bestseller TV movie Imtiaz Ali had directed, which was the same movie.
Oh.
And like it was
Correct.
a short film or like
Correct,
whatever,
correct.
shorter duration with different actors, TV actors. I've forgotten their names. And that was very nice. And when this movie came out, so I'd read about it. So I was like, oh, nice. I would like to see like a full feature film about this. Alia did such a good job. She was so good. It was crazy. And yeah, that was definitely the defining
Yeah.
role for her.
I think she's had a bunch where you go, oh, I didn't think she could do this.
Yeah.
But it started here.
My number 5 is an actress who is, I'm like a little not really her fan because I don't know. She's not been doing great work. But at that time when I had seen Fashion and Kangana Ranaut in Fashion,
Oh.
she kind of shook me, honestly. Because again, I think Fashion is 2008 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it is like, but I remember Kangana Ranaut dashing onto screen where she's doing that ramp walk of hers, where
Yeah.
she's doing that face where like she's doing like cocaine in the bathroom and she's like, Shonali, come out, you have to, and she does all of that. And I had not seen an actor this unafraid of a camera. She just seemed so, like she had so much panache in her.
Panache.
She truly was the face of panache in fashion.
Was that the name of the company?
That was the name of the
no
company.
way,
That was the bigger
okay.
battle between Kangana and Priyanka's character. Like who's Kangana
Right.
was the face of panache and Priyanka takes over and all of that happens.
Yeah.
And like the line is, you don't have it in you to be the face of panache.
Kangana played the established
Yes, she played a
one,
supermodel.
which is weird, right? Because she was like 20 or something.
Absolutely.
was a
So
kid.
young.
Yeah.
Probably her third movie, fourth movie, I don't remember.
Correct.
Like Gangster was the first movie. She'd done a couple of movies down south also, which
She was
I
like
haven't
18
seen.
in Gangster, you know?
Yeah,
I
a
think
child.
that's like that, huh?
We used to dance Kathak together, We went to the same Kathak class, Kangana and I love that
You
I'm doing
heard it here
Kathak.
first.
But yeah, for me, Kangana in fashion was like, after that, I was like, okay, this actress is
Dude, that's really...
here to stay.
I thought you might have gone even the other way. Like, I thought
Which
you might
way?
go Priyanka fashion.
Yeah,
but I think hers
but
is
for
Aitraz.
me, like
if you had to pick
PC,
one.
I've liked her from Andaz, honestly.
Anyway, checking my number 4.
Before you say anything more.
Crazy. So, my number 4, I'm going to take it back.
Oh,
I'm going to take it back in
old
time.
movies.
Not that old.
Okay.
1998, specifically. There's a movie
hated
called
those.
Satya that came out. And Manoj Bajpayee in Satya
Nice.
is my number 4.
Nice.
The reason he's low, even though it's like one of those iconic performances, is again that whole thing of how do you define which is his defining performance? Because he's also got Gangs. I loved him in Aligarh. I thought that was such a like different performance. In
Yeah.
Family Man, he's this
Yeah.
iconic
He's been killing it.
persona now. So Satya is that gangster film. It's the gangster film.
True.
It's the one that like everyone goes, things changed after that.
Yeah.
Specifically, Bhiku Matre's like that character is... I remember there was some interview where they were talking about how in Satya they show gangsters to be like regular people.
Yeah.
Like they're not like these sitting in a lair,
Correct.
Mogambo
Yeah, with
type.
the whole tiger.
They
next to
have
him and
lives
smoking
and they
a
have
cigar.
marital problems like he does. Is it Shefali Shah?
Yes.
Their chemistry is incredible and his performance of it is so interesting because you're not supposed to root for a character like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like very few would make that character likable
That he does.
because he's so brash and he's so arrogant and all of these things. But he's kind of the heart of the film.
Yeah.
Because the hero is more like ambitious.
He's
and
more stoic also.
He's more
not
stoic.
The hero. This one has the masala.
One of the issues I used to find with Satya, even though it's a great film, is that it's clear that Hindi is not the language it was supposed to be made in. Like, it's a lot of it is like translated speak,
Correct.
which takes away some of the edge.
Yeah.
Except with Manoj Bajpayee, who is like the most in character and takes over the screen. Every scene he's in, it's his scene now.
True.
And also his death in the film, sorry for spoilers, 27 years later. But
Oh no, I had no idea. I thought he.
but the way that he dies is also so quick.
Yeah.
Like you almost are like, wait, he's the main guy. Like how can he, where's the dramatic death? Why isn't he like running to a temple and falling in the arms of his mother? And
Bachchan is catching strays for no
yeah, I
reason.
know, sorry. No, but that worked for that time. But
That's
this was
true.
like a
That's
new
true.
era, right? It was like,
Yeah.
this is how these films will be. So I
And
always
it
see him as the
also
face of that.
makes me again sad that RGV in his prime was so fantastic.
Yeah.
He was such a good director. Now I don't know what he's up to, but it's
Yeah.
not very good.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Let's just say that it's not the same.
worked out the same. I also think like it set the roadmap for a lot of actors like Nawaz and
Yeah, absolutely.
Jaideep now.
Yeah,
Or like, I think Jaideep was saying in an interview how much Manoj Bajpayee meant to him.
Yeah,
Because it was like, oh, you can make it.
absolutely.
There's
The big
there's a
daddy.
lane
Yeah,
for you as
Yeah.
well.
Theatre
So,
actor.
Theatre actors that can...
Credible cinema.
Yes. I feel
Cinephile.
like I also put this in there so people like me.
Okay, my next number 4 is Deepika Padukone in Cocktail.
Oh, nice.
Cocktail
Nice.
as a movie, I hate. I hate that movie.
Yeah.
That movie pisses me off. It evokes a reaction from me all the time. It's
Same.
because they made Deepika's character so nice. Because usually a girl like that who drinks and smokes and parties and has casual sex and does whatever she wants to is always seen as like that vamp, right? Like she's seen as no morals and no heart and blah blah. But she actually is the heart of the movie. She's the one who sees a Diana Penty and like gets her home.
Yeah.
Is dating Saif Ali Khan, having a good time, and then behind her back he does all of this. I hate that movie. But Deepika was so, again, I remember watching it and in her entry scene, Angrezi Beat, that song, my jaw dropped, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, she's always been gorgeous. Like I've seen Om
Yeah.
Shanti Om, I really like Love Aajkal. I've seen a lot of her movies, but in Cocktail, I thought that, oh my God, like what is going on? Like it was insane. And without sounding like some weird privileged weirdo. It was nice to see a character which felt like someone I would know in real life. Like, I know that I have been friends with a Veronica.
Yeah.
Or I have met her in the washroom of a nightclub, and she will be there to hold my hair while I'm throwing up, or vice versa, I'll be holding her hair too. It was really nice to see somebody who was all these, like, this party girl, being like a weirdo, but actually she's a decent person. She's not a horrible person at all. So it was a very nice little departure from the way people used to usually write modern women who drink and smoke.
Yeah.
So I think Deepika did and she did such a good job. She was so good in it. She
I
looked
liked how
so
messy
nice.
she was in it. In the
She
sense
was
that, like,
so messy.
she's not like immediately communicating how she feels about the situation.
Yeah, and I get it.
And there's that scene where in the club she's later on, like,
Yeah,
slowly it's hitting her, and
breaking
then
down.
she, and then she has that meltdown in some
Yeah.
abandoned area.
Correct.
And I was
Been
like,
there, done that.
and I just thought that was so, like, oh my god, your heart goes out for her.
Absolutely.
Because the other two are not as likable, even though the film wants them to be.
I am disgusted with that
Yeah,
film.
and I
can't
love
begin.
Saif, but, like,
Yeah.
I think even he admitted that it was like one film too many as that guy.
Yeah. That
as
rich guy
that-
who's confused about
Yeah,
which girl
he
to
was
be
like,
with.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
romantic anymore for me in my 40s to say
Yeah.
I'm confused about love. And I think
True.
Cocktail is that film where you go, okay,
Enough
that's
now.
enough.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think the reason people still would like Cocktail or refer to it is Deepika. I don't think there's any other reason to like.
There's no the music
back.
probably and Deepika and
Yeah.
like her looks and everything. That's, I think for me it was very when you see her, you're like, oh, that's a superstar. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I felt when I saw Cocktail. And again, I have felt that when I've seen her in Ram Leela, when I've seen her in Bajirao, and everything she's done, Piku for that matter, like, she's lovely.
You could easily
But,
say Piku could be the other if someone had to go. I think the two
Absolutely.
films are Cocktail and Piku in terms
Yeah.
of like your perception shifted about her.
For Deepika.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cocktail made me literally I was like one shady North Indian boy when I saw her, because I was like, wow. Bomb.
Yes.
Bomb.com. But yeah.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Okay, mine's a little more. I don't know if this is basic now.
No, you are to bhai. what references you're
But
marveling?
I feel like it might have become a controversial pick now.
Okay.
But Kareena and Jab We Met, I think, is
Oh, nice.
iconic. And I think with Kareena, there's another obvious iconic
Yeah.
performance
Yeah.
with Poo in K3G. But I
Okay.
think for me,
Why? I
Jab We
thought you were
Met,
talking about Khushi.
also Khushi. But
उसने मेरा कमर देख लिया. I
oh
love that.
god,
What
that
a
movie! What a movie!
movie.
Important movie for me in my career.
True, yeah,
as a
same.
film watch. In my career as a film watcher. But anyway, Jab We Met. Jab We Met is one of those films, like, it had been a while since I'd seen it. I rewatched it recently. And I thought, am I going to not like this anymore? Like some of Imtiaz
Is she
films
going to
don't...
be irritating?
Is she going to be
Yeah.
irritating? And the more people talk
Yeah.
about it, it's a very on Twitter, easy to hate film, Jab We Met. I feel like it has that thing of like, if you just pick out her actions in the film,
Yeah.
you're like, that's an
She
annoying
comes across
person.
an unhinged person. Yeah.
But then when you watch it, she may be the most likable ever.
Absolutely.
Like, she's just so charming. And I almost saw her performance as like a person that's clearly struggling.
Yeah.
But like you read it differently. You're like, there's a person who just doesn't want to stop.
Yeah.
Because if she does, she'll have to sit with the anxiety of her life.
Just like me.
So she doesn't want to deal with that, and it's more relatable. And I almost saw her. This is going to sound so strange because they're in a love story.
Yes.
But I always saw her as like Aditya looking at his childhood in a way. Like, it's weird, but like she had so much optimism and hope. And
Lolita banaya.
I know.
Catch
Not
them
like
young.
that.
Watch
But
them grow.
Just like I feel like they're the same person in many ways. And
Interesting.
it was
Okay.
like she was who he used to be, and like he is almost annoyed by that person who's like optimistic and full of life.
Yeah.
And he's coming to terms with this person who sees things a different way. But the problem is that when she interacts with him and her life goes to shit, he's like seeing her go down the path that he already did.
Oh,
And he's like terrified,
Karan.
like, and I
Smart
think
ho gaya tu.
I really love that about Jab We Met. It plays as like just Aditya fighting with himself, like a paranoid.
He's singing to
Yeah,
schizophrenia.
But no, I just
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
diverse.
really the way that she played both sides of it, you know,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
bubbly, like excited, very Kareena, and then flips it in the second half as someone that's been
Absolutely,
Like, it's quite dark actually what happens to her. Like, I think Kareena and Shahid make it charming and cute and all,
Yeah,
but she's
yeah.
clearly depressed
Yeah.
and like gone through like a not nice partner.
Yeah.
And I think the reason they made Anshuman a little chill was because they were like, if we make Anshuman just an angry man, this is going to be a very dark film. So then they're going to make Anshuman more like a dumb person.
A himbo.
But she played that flip really well.
Very well. And again, it's very easy to pigeonhole Geet as a character into that manic pixie dream girl, right? Like, because she comes across as that in the first part, but she's like, oh, mujhe tairna hai," whatever rubbish she's doing. again, for a hater like me, in the first half of Jab We Met, when I watched it, of course, I loved it. But now when I rewatch it, I'm just like, yeah, okay, get over it. But yeah, the second half really works for me because he really subverted that. It could have been very easily a movie about just Karina being this joy in
She just
Shahid's
saves
life.
him, that's it.
Yeah, and then he becomes whatever, a happier person. But like, it was very nice that he turned the tables. And Aditya then in his own way tried to be a manic pixie dream boy too.
Very
Kareena.
manic.
Very, very. Yeah, manic is correct. Yeah, manic is right.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Alia Bhatt in Highway.
You have a tie.
Yeah, I have a tie. You have special mention 17. I can have a tie, yeah?
Don't reveal what I have done. This was such a painful process, by the way, guys. Like,
Yeah, it
I
really
felt
was.
bad for leaving anyone out
So sweet.
because they
yeah.
obviously are watching this. So, Shah Rukh, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry.
Shah Rukh, if you're seeing this, call me.
Yeah.
I know.
But I think, yeah, I mean, Alia's that monologue that she does started here.
Yeah.
But this one, there's like, I remember the extra pain that she adds in it where you're like, oh my, this must have been such a hard scene to pull off
Yeah.
at her age. She looks so young.
Yes, and it's
And
just
it's such a like heavy scene.
true.
And I was like, I don't know how she did it in a film with Randeep Hooda, who's also great.
Yes, yeah.
But she is the story of the film.
But apart from Alia Bhatt, my number 3 was Saif Ali Khan and Omkara. Omkara? Did I say it with an accent?
Omkara.
Omkara, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, Alia.
Okay, well,
But he's so
he's electric.
harami, yaar. I don't know if we can use that word, but
Yeah.
he really was so good. And imagine in a cast which has Ajay Devgan, who's a fantastic actor. It has Kareena,
Yeah.
Vivek, who was doing a very good job at that time, and not Masti 4. How are there
Vivek-
4 parts of Masti?
There are too
How?
many.
What is going on?
I think people, they should not do Masti anymore.
And-
They're 45
Masti
years
rukni
old.
chahiye.
55? How old are they?
They have done 1 minute. There was Masti, Grand Masti,
Yeah.
Great Grand Masti, and then Masti 4. It's not even like greatest
Because
grand.
now they can't have that much fun. Great grand ke baad.
अब क्या ही
Let's relax.
करेंगे?
Did any of these films? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked.
Masti should
Masti.
be on my list. Masti. But no,
Yeah.
I think Saif as Langra Tyagi he looked so different because he was
Yeah.
in such a different era in his career at that time. Imagine like Saif speaks like literally he sounds like the most polished
Yeah.
person you have.
Like Webster's
in-
dictionary.
Yeah, full on.
his
Like he's
interviews.
talking about like whatever. And
Yeah.
and again, I'm from Bihar. I know people who speak in the UP and Bihari dialect and everything. And he did such a good job.
Yeah.
And it just now it sounds like, Arey wow, he's acted bare minimum and everything. It's not, yes, you should,
Yeah.
as an actor, you should be able to speak like the character you're supposed to from the heartland of UP and everything. But he really killed it. It didn't feel like, Arey, Baba ne thoda ganda kar liya, so he's doing a good job and like give him a concert.
Baba ne thoda
Like, how
ganda
you
kar
have like your polished actors,
Yeah,
but just
yeah,
because
yeah.
they've worn like drab clothes and you're like, wow, yeah, great actor. He actually acted really well in it.
Yeah, I think it's so
So-
easy to like. You could easily say Saif Dil Chahta Hai, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you had to say the film that saved his career, that's Dil Chahta Hai,
Absolutely,
because it was
yeah.
like really
Yeah.
in the 90s, as he said himself, like
Yeah,
it
going
wasn't
through
going well.
Yeah.
And
He
then
was
Dil
doing
Chahta Hai comes
Hamesha.
along, and then with Langra Tyagi though, it's different. Like it's like he disappears in that role, and I know that
Fully.
again, like you said, is bare minimum.
Yeah.
But so many great actors, I still know it's them. I'm still like, this
True.
is Leonardo DiCaprio as this person. I love performance, but I know it's him.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just stressed out watching
Absolutely.
him because he's like this voice of like anxiety in the like the whole film. He's just like this self-affirming negative thought you had about yourself. Like, of course she doesn't love you.
Yeah.
Of course and the way that
Of course she cheated on
the
you.
way that he needles is so like you get anxious just watching him and you forget that
Absolutely.
this is a film, it's a
Yeah.
performance. I had to keep reminding myself like, yo, it's fine. He's not like it's not really happening.
And I also think it gave like him more freedom, I think, after this movie.
Yeah.
To not just play the characters he became famous for, which is like, the sweet fun boy and everything. Then he started experimenting more because of the acclaim he got.
Yeah.
As Langra Tyagi, now I don't remember which exact year Ek Hasina Thi came in, but he was fantastic in that also.
Yeah.
And little negative roles he started doing, which suits him so well. He's so good at that.
Ek Hasina Thi, I remember came out before this.
Oh,
But,
it came out before this.
But
okay.
Ek Hasina Thi was more like
Urban.
urban, and it
Yeah.
was the way that I saw Ek Hasina Thi was like if you just like made Rohit the rom-com hero only, if you took out the cute background music,
Yeah.
it's a little creepy. Like little bit he is in the house stalking
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Which is like if you take a rom-com Bollywood hero and you just
Yeah.
change the music,
Yeah.
suddenly it's
It'll
creepy, no?
turn into-
I feel like he was that in Ek Hasina Thi.
I'm saying it already. Like a Shah Rukh Khan is not on my list, and an Amir Salman, even
Yeah.
Ranveer for that matter, and I like all of them a lot. But I've not been able to find like one performance of theirs which I've seen and be like, oh wow, ye hai. Matlab, I've liked them from day one.
Yeah.
And Saif, I've always found him very cute, but as an actor, I started definitely taking him extremely seriously after Omkara.
Fair.
I thought he was like, whoa,
Yeah. He's really
very
good.
very nice.
Okay. Speaking of the Khans, because you
Okay.
mentioned them.
Yes,
I got one.
Which one?
I don't know if you've heard of him, Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, who is this? This little young
He's up and coming actor.
up and coming actor.
But he was an up and coming actor in
Right.
Darr.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me that is
You
his
chose
defining-
Darr.
I've chose Darr.
Oh shit, dude.
Because, and you could easily, the thing with Shah Rukh is like you said, you could choose DDLJ.
Yeah.
You could choose,
Yeah.
for me I would choose Kalo Na Ho. You could choose Swades, you could choose Chak De. People
Hmm.
would point to those. But I feel like Darr is where they made
The
a
party's at.
they made a decision. Like
Huh.
Yash Raj were like, they had these two heroes.
Yeah.
They had Sunny Deol, who's like this action hero.
Correct.
Who kind of loves someone, but like mainly he's there to fight. But he's like, हाँ, मतलब प्यार भी करता हूँ मैं, लेकिन it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
functional प्यार.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess you're.
Yeah. Like
you
how
and me
men
are
are
dating.
IRL.
Yeah, I guess you and me
Yeah.
are dating.
Yeah.
Then there was an obsessive lover who was like, my entire personality is that I love you and it'll consume my life. And Yash Raj were like, long term, we're going to go with that guy, the obsessive lover, because DDLJ also, he does that. Like his entire life is altered when he meets this woman and he changes his life and goes after that and becomes part of this wedding.
Yeah. Why would you do this to women like me when we are watching all this? Because then we are
He
like,
helps
yeah, we're
plan
going
the
to find.
wedding.
Yeah.
You know, it's very nice.
It's heartbreaking. And
But-
then you see guys.
I feel like this is about
This is-
something
yeah,
else.
it's very personal right now. But,
But
yeah, it's okay.
with Darr, they looked at the obsessive love, which was
Yeah.
a villainous role, and they were like, no, that's actually where it's at. That's the guy we're backing, not the hero of this film, which clearly upset some
Which
people,
upset, yeah.
including the hero of the film.
himself.
But
Yes, he was
they,
very angry.
and Shah Rukh is like doing like a Norman Bates.
Full on.
Like,
Full
he's in this
on.
basement.
Like, speaking to his dead mom.
He's thinking
the
of his dead
whole-
mom,
yeah, yeah,
and it
yeah,
cuts
the
to Sunny
whole
Deol, and
thing.
he's like, oh, it's nice, the weather is good.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, what a nice
and they're
time we're
hanging.
having.
Like
They're
in
hanging
the movie,
out.
they're having like a.
And Shah Rukh's like blooding his arms, his
yeah.
chest is like, he's cut open his chest. He's like
Kiran.
just an insane person, but there's
Yes.
something attractive about it. Like you can't take your eyes off it.
Absolutely.
And the film becomes about him.
Yeah.
And he's not particularly likable in that. He's not someone you root for. He never shows any display of like macho-ness. He gets
Yeah.
beaten up by Sunny Deol.
Constantly.
The entire film.
Constantly.
Almost
I
like
love
it was
it.
in the contract.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he gets
We
beat, but you're
pretty
like, I want to
amazing.
watch this guy. And
Yeah.
even when I rewatched it in theaters when it came out during that film festival, it was just like every time Shah Rukh came on, there was like a little rumbling. Like people were uncomfortable, but they were like, this is the guy. We want to see him.
Yeah.
And I think this is where it started.
Nice.
1995, DDLJ comes out, but I think
Yeah.
here's where they decide
Shah Rukh.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
And again, like, because right now I think it's become very popular to have toxic male characters, right? As the hero, as the protagonist. And everybody then brings back the same example that, oh, Shah Rukh did it in Darr, so why is it such a problem right now? But like you said, it has so much to do with how you're presenting it. In Darr, as much as you are attracted to him and like not attracted to him, but you're just like, he's a fascinating character.
Attracted to him, it's fine. we can say it.
Sure. But yeah, he gets beaten to pulp constantly. He dies in the end. He does not get the girl. He's not rewarded
Yeah.
for the kind of behavior he's been up to, which has, I think the writers and directors who I will not name because I don't want to be trolled, have forgotten that aspect of it and just made it ke wo aise baat karega.
And then it works
to-
out
Yeah,
also.
bandi pad jayegi, all that nonsense. So yeah,
Yeah.
this kind, like, you picked up the dumb parts and you have turned it into like something else when actually it was a very interesting character
Yeah.
in what he's playing. He's this lonely ass guy, no friends, talk to his dead mom, father don't care. Father clearly likes Sunny Deol more, the character in Darr. He's this lame ass, like he'd be sitting in his basement and like writing internet comments right now.
Yeah.
But you made that into a very interesting guy, but he's not someone you're like, "Arey, mujhe aisa hi lover chahiye."
Yeah.
And they've not even shown it like that. Even if they've given him the better songs and everything, but it's still his brain is damaged only.
And it's also because it's Shah Rukh Khan. You
yeah,
just want to watch
that
him.
I think that's just
I think that's what Shah Rukh was often worried about, which I don't
Your
always
personal
agree
friend
with.
Shah Rukh who was
Personal
telling
friend,
you,
me and
yeah,
Shah Rukh,
yeah,
we
yeah,
talk.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, he's not texting me back.
He
Anyway.
DMs you on Instagram.
But like, I remember him being worried that like I'll make bad guys cool. I remember him
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what is this? Just play bad guys. No, what is
Hey,
it?
what
But
is this?
I kind of see why. If you
Yeah.
see Darr, you kind of
Yeah.
get it. And I feel like DDLJ, if you see DDLJ, the first half, there's still some hints of Darr. Like there's some casual stalking and weird behavior.
Masti is
And
doing.
then it's almost like they went, remember that guy? Now we're going to transform him and make
Into
him this
decent
lovable,
boy. Yeah.
decent boy who
Yeah.
is like very
Sharif.
honorable and noble and all these things. So yeah, Shah Rukh
Exactly.
Khan.
Going a little off tangent with this, but because we are talking about and characters who are aura farming, I would say Akshay Khanna and Dhurandhar. It's very close to like you are almost rooting for him throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Till a scene comes, which I don't want to spoil it for people.
Yeah.
It's made like so much money. I think most people have seen it already. But there's a scene where he's directly involved in a horrible terror attack.
Yeah.
And that's when you see, oh shit, no, this guy actually, he's a bad guy. Because before that in the movie, for the longest time, you show him like with his cigar and his snatched waist and that song he's dancing
Snatched
to.
waist?
Yeah, he's so skinny. He's got like
Fair.
a Paris supermodel body.
He's the only one without a beard in it.
Yeah, like
You
he's just killing it in every way. And it's very easy to be like, like, oh my God, this guy, hot.
I don't even think it's so interesting to say. I don't want to like, this is not a hot take, but I don't even think it's like his best performance at all.
No, it's not.
But like, he's just, it's him.
He's just
You wanna
very
see-
watchable.
You want to
dude. He
root for him.
Absolutely.
So it's like, I've seen better Akshay Khanna performances.
Yeah.
But there's something about like this, I don't know, like collective love that we're like, oh my God, finally, he gets to be the star of something.
Right.
Everyone's just excited
I think
for
so
him.
too.
Which I think I was as well. So,
And that's what, like, for the longest, when I was watching it also, I was like, sure, I get it. Like, he's killing off his, evil, illegitimate father, like his father. Like, I root for him and everything till that scene comes where he shows that he's actually a bad guy, and you're just like, oh, I need to rewire my brain a little bit. I need to take a break from that. So that's what interesting antagonist too. And Shah Rukh Khan was the pioneer.
Are we at your number 2?
Are we at my number 2? Poop.
God, I knew. As soon as I phrased it like that, I was like, we're screwed.
You don't talk to a lady like that, Karan.
I'm so
You must
sorry.
know a lady. My number 2 is I'm feeling my list, I think, is very generic, but okay, fine, whatever. I will say that it is Nawazuddin Siddiqui in Gangs of Wasseypur.
Oh, okay.
For me, that was his career-defining role. Like, I've
Agreed.
seen him in Sarfarosh. I've seen him a little bit in Talash. He's done like thoda chutput roles for a very long time. Nawaz has been working for so long. I think even in television. But Gangs, dude, Faizal is so much fun.
Yeah.
He's so fun. He's so funny, and he brings these moments of levity in such a dark movie. And while everybody, like Manoj Bajpayee's character, Jaideep Alawat also for that matter, when he's there, everyone is so like, but like this and that, and they're all angry and everything. And this guy is just,
he's like always failing
stoned
in the moments, right? It's so
funny. Even I was rewatching bits of it, and there's that scene, right, where Richa Chadda like, "Kab khoon kholega tera?" Like, le khanjar and maar, like, take revenge, right? And he's zonked out of his mind. He's so high. And she's like, "Teri aankhein nahi khul rahi hai nashe mein." He's like, "Nahi, sabka badla lega Faizal," which he says his iconic line. But he's so funny. And it's so interesting to have like a funny character in an otherwise such a dark gangster epic 2-part, like full Godfathers going on there. And it would have been so easy to make him like the Al Pacino type, who's this brooding guy, and then he'll take his revenge and everything. But they've given him a full, completely different flavor, and he killed it, dude. Like, he's never so good in that movie.
There's that one scene, like right before they're gonna go the next day and kill Ramadir.
Yeah.
Like, it's finally that day.
Yeah.
And he looks at his mom and he's like, his wife. He's like, have I wasted my life chasing other people's revenge?
Yeah.
That was never mine.
Yeah.
Like, is this it? Like, what is the point of my... And it's like this haunting, because normally a hero charged by revenge is just going to be like, this will never self-doubting.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is the point? Which is the point of the whole film. Like,
absolutely.
If Gangs of Wasseypur is not some happy story, right? Like, it's not like Manoj Bajpayee's family finally killed Ramadir, so they've won.
Yeah.
It's actually they've lost so much.
Yeah.
And the way that they kill Ramadir is also so like, it's so brutal that after a point you're like, abhi ho gaya. But he's trying to almost justify it. Like, the look on his face is like, it has to mean something.
Yeah.
So he keeps shooting him. Like, it has to, otherwise I've just wasted my life.
Yeah,
Otherwise
I have
it's
won,
done.
but at what cost?
Yeah.
That's
So I
his
think
thing. And again, yeah, like even the whole permission lena chahiye scene. Now
Yeah.
these scenes have become so iconic that they are like memes or whatever they are. But like imagine watching it for the first time and I'm laughing.
Yeah.
I'm laughing. He says a very sexual line also, which I will not repeat. But like too much. And again, I throughout the movie where there's so much violence, there's so much. Nawaz has just made me laugh.
Yeah.
Throughout. Even when he's killing, when he's doing whatever, I'm just
Yeah.
like, bro, I get it.
I did think about putting Nawaz, and I was just wondering, like, I think if there was more follow up, which is not his fault, I just wish there was more that I've obviously got Sacred Games.
Yeah.
But I just wish there was more films of his that,
Right.
like, then you could go, it was Gangs, and then
This
it
career.
completely changed.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's an all time. It's an all-time
like,
performance.
I
But
love
anyway,
it.
here's my 15.
1 minute, stop. Stop silencing women's voices.
Sorry.
I just wanted to say that mine is Manoj Bajpayee from Satya. Thank you.
Wow.
Special mention.
That was your.
Special.
That didn't make your list. Feels, I don't know.
Just stop it.
I have a couple that I don't. The reason I didn't pick them is I don't. It's not that I think less of them as performances.
No, you do.
I don't see
I
them
know.
as lesser.
Yeah, okay.
But I just think like, oh, they have a bunch of these performances that you could point to any of them.
Okay.
So I have Ranveer Singh Lutera.
Yeah, man.
I think he's so great in that, and it gave us like this different gully of.
Oh, wow, yeah.
God,
Wow.
as soon as I said it, I
super
hated it. I
hit,
hated
super
that.
hit this show
I hated
is.
that I did that.
More than 5 people will watch it now.
Like it gave this different zone that he could go into and
Yeah.
do an understated Ranveer, which is still my favorite part of him. Like
Nice.
even in Dhurandhar, when he's the more like subdued
Yeah.
version of him, I prefer.
Okay.
And I think Lutera is one of those performances where you actually have to like lean in to listen to him because he's so quiet in it. And like you're like, and it's so bizarre.
Yeah.
But that like quiet angst that he has, and like he's clearly got all this bottled up inside him and he can't let it out. And I think it's Sonakshi's best as well. Like
She's
they're
so
both
good. She's
phenomenal
so
in it.
pretty in
Sonakshi also, you could say that that's a career defining performance. That is one. And I'm just going to say one more.
See,
that
two
we're
more,
not-
yeah.
two
It's
more?
okay.
Okay.
Live your life.
So, you know how like when people... I was
You're a
saying-
man who has a mic.
Oh,
Who will
God.
stop you?
This is such a bad look. This is...
It's fun. Because we need more podcasts.
Yeah. We need... Actually,
We
that's
need
what I was
more
going to say.
podcasts,
After
yeah.
this, I'm opening 2 more.
Oh, nice. Good for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, okay.
That's going to be my announcement.
Announcement. Say.
So, you know how we say like, oh, people will be like, oh, that person's not a good actor. And you
Right.
have a film that you have ready like,
Correct.
hey, but they did this. Look at this movie.
Yeah.
So for Abhishek Bachchan, I do
Oh,
that often.
Interesting.
And I think Guru for me is that film.
Good.
You could also say Yuva.
Yeah.
It's between Yuva and Guru for me.
Okay.
Because I think it's such a complete performance.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
And I think he does so well in that lane. I feel like I'm just saying
That
lane and
lane.
gully, and I'm trying to find
lane
different
mein
words.
rahe. Gully lane.
So Abhishek Bachchan and Guru for
Street.
sure.
Yeah.
And then the confusing one that I had
Huh?
was Amir Khan. Because I
Going
didn't
for
know...
the big swings.
I didn't know what to
love
pick.
it.
So I
Yeah,
just
I can't
said...
pick.
I think I must have confused Palash only with this. I said Amir Khan 2001. Like generally, Lagan
1
and Dil
minute, he
Chahta
was
Hai-
in the Stanley Kubrick movie.
Space Odyssey. He was there.
I didn't
You
know.
didn't miss. You missed him.
I
He
knew
was-
he's international, but I didn't know this much. But
So I just think that year is...
yeah. Amir Khan 2000.
He didn't... Because Amir doesn't have like a defining performance.
Yes.
But it's more like he has like
All
a...
his performances are well defined.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he also... It was like a perception shift to like this perfectionist thing that he got.
Right.
I think it started with Lagan and Dil Chahta Hai. Where it was
Because
like,
uske pehle mela thi.
Exactly. So like he
Dekho,
needed that.
2000. Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, Amir does only like quality cinema.
Correct.
And both those films defined cinema in different ways. Like
Yes.
the scaling of Lagan and the sync sound and all of that stuff. That's too technical for anyone to
Nice.
care about.
No,
but
no, yeah.
and Dil Chahta Hai changed how people speak in movies.
Absolutely.
Like literally how people sound.
The whole landscape of
And,
urban films changed with Dil Chahta.
And he was seen as like even though he was not the creator of either film, like he's seen as the helm, the driving force that made both films happen.
Yeah.
So I always see that as like his defining year.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Though, especially this whole perfectionist tag that he's gotten, his work, and again, Amir Khan has been a fantastic actor
Yeah.
since his first film.
Yeah.
But a lot of his work in the 90s was very interesting, like, but not in a way where it would like define him as like probably one of the best actors of the country ever.
Correct.
Because like he'd done a lot of garbage in the 90s, like most actors did.
Yeah, everyone did in the
So
90s.
it just but like how it's easy to pick a Shah Rukh performance even in the 90s because he started off as the anti-hero and Amir Khan is a true blue nepo baby who's had like his big launch and all these movies. But yeah, you're right. He actually found his you could see, oh my god, this guy is like amazing in 2001 actually.
If I could pick one movie, then he'd maybe be on the list, but I couldn't. I was like, because I don't see them as Amir Khan performances. I just see it as like he's this producer, this like creative godfather. Like this, like he's now, this is what we're doing now for mainstream films.
Yeah. He's CEO at films.
He's very like Aja Beta Karle film.
Like he's Bollywood.
Yeah. Like that.
He's Bollywood. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
so that's why he's not on the list, but he would have.
Correct. Yeah, fair.
And my number one, I feel like people have pieced it together if they've been listening. Have you been listening?
I don't think so.
I don't know if they've been.
I haven't. I'm joking.
Anyway,
I'm listening to everything you say. Yeah.
Number one is Saif and Omkara.
Oh.
I would have picked Shah Rukh as number one.
For what?
For Darr. Just because I think like
I've not been listening.
That's the biggest star. So like, know, his defining film probably should be number one.
But we are not about that.
We're not about that.
This is a podcast with a difference.
I think, and this is going to get me in trouble, I think.
Okay, interesting.
So Vishal Bhardwaj has a lot of great actors in his films, historically.
Yes.
Right? Like Irfan's been in there, Taboo, Pankaj Kapoor, all of them in Maqbool, which is like just filled with great actors doing classic performances. Not just like very good, like iconic, defining performances. Shahid and Haider, even Ajay and Kareena and, in Omkara. But I think that the best one of them is Saif. I think no one has disappeared
in a
like, I don't think it's happened. And I don't know. It's so random coming from Saif Ali Khan, who was literally Rohit in
But
Dil
do you
Chahta Hai.
think it's because like you expect an Irfan Khan to
No,
be
it's because
this,
I can
and
always
you don't have
see-
that much expectation from Saif?
That's a fair point, but I can always see Irfan because I think I just like watching him so much.
Yeah.
I'm more watching it like, look at how great
Right.
Irfan is in this moment. Or
Okay.
Irfan will capture me in the moment and I'll forget. And I'll be like, yeah, this is the character. But with Saif, it was like, I don't even know who this person is. Like where has this come from? And there's just like little moments of like, when he gets passed over for Vivek,
To be the Bahubali.
just the look on his face, and you're like, oh my god, this is a scary man. Which to portray like the embodiment of, like I said, your darkest thought.
Yeah.
Like it's such a tricky performance, and the way that even he delivers these like very. I know this is sounding so patronizing because like, oh my god, can you believe he's Hindi?
Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
it wasn't just Hindi, right? It was like a very difficult dialect, and
Yeah.
I feel like it just completely. It was. I don't think a performance has made me feel like that.
Okay. My number one is iconic in every way.
Oh,
It's better than all the performances. you
Uh-huh.
mentioned.
yeah.
Okay, no. People might say ये cheating career type, but I will say for me, my number one breakthrough career-defining role for Mr. Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah.
I have to show, na?
He was, yeah.
Cinephile. Was Zanjeer.
That was also in my honorable, yeah.
अच्छा
Yeah.
बड़ा आया Amitabh Bachchan in Zanjeer. So because again Mr. Bachchan was coming through like I think if I'm not mistaken 13 flops before he
Yeah.
did Zanjeer, and again the makers like it went through like a lot of casting, like they wanted Devanand, probably they wanted Rajesh Khanna, like there was lots of thoughts about who should be cast in this movie. And Salim Khan and Javed Akhtar saw something in Amitabh Bachchan and they'd written the script. So they really pushed for him. They really lobbied for him. Jaya Bachchan at that time was a bigger star and she was dating Amitabh Bachchan. So they were like, you do this movie, it'll bring that kind of star power. It needs to package a film basically. And Jaya Bachchan was like, okay, the role is tiny, but I'll do it because, my boyfriend is going to be in this movie. And so like so many this alchemy that happened to make this this work. And it's the first time he was playing Vijay. It was the first time he was playing this angry young man, which he played in so many other movies. And he was so good, even when you watch it now. Like, some things might have not aged well or, whatever, this and that.
Yeah.
But my God, that's like it's a powerful performance.
is.
And of course, there's so many movies he's done after that where he's played probably better versions of this angry young man that he was doing. But Zanjeer really started it all. And I also find this is also a testament to the great writing of Salim Javed. But they used childhood trauma so well.
Really? This is the...
I love it. I love when people
Yeah.
really take that, you know. He's there, everyone knows he has talent and everything, but this
Mhm.
movie made him that superstar.
Yeah.
Like, it was very obvious that this movie has turned Amitabh Bachchan into Big B.
Z- Zanjeer
I
had...
just thought of it. Wow,
Nice,
what
well
a line,
done.
what a line. But
Zanjeer had such an impact on, like, because I remember just thinking about Zanjeer as this is where Amitabh got his hit.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
acha, wo hit film mil gaya.
Huh.
So I always saw it as lesser than, you know, Diwar and
Correct.
Sholay and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But then I
yeah.
watched it,
Yeah.
and it is...
It's
I think
really
we focus on, oh my god, he finally succeeded.
true.
But honestly,
It's a
Salim
banging
Javed
performance,
finally
bro. Yeah.
succeeded and finally
Yes.
made it, like,
Yes.
made their stamp as that angry young man character, which became synonymous with them and Amitabh.
Absolutely.
That's where
This
it
was like the
started.
genesis of it, right? And like even some simple scenes like Pran, who was like a gangster, walks
Yeah.
in and he's like, you can't sit here, he throws the chair.
Oh,
It's
what
like
a scene that is.
all these and so many popular movies, especially the ones that are made down south, right?
Yeah.
Like you know that all of that is, I'm not saying it's copied or something, but you know that this is a homage of sorts
Yeah.
to a character which has been played by Mr. Bachchan in so many movies. And it just, imagine it's still relevant. That a Pushpa 2, which is literally so many things have been taken from your Salim Javed movies, and the
Yeah.
Angry Young Man thing is
That's where
like
it
one of the
starts.
highest grossing movies now also. So it's very interesting that writing can be timeless if it's good.
On that great note, we have reached the end of our list.
Your special mentions are done. Itte special to
I
nahi
had
the
so many,
mentions.
yaar.
हाँ.
I had Rajkumar Rao Bareli ki Barfi.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just like name some.
हाँ,
Don't go
Rajkumar Rao
in detail.
Bareli ki Barfi.
We know, Baua. Great scene.
I
Okay,
put
next.
Ajay Devgan Zakhm, where he won the national award for like his
Oh.
performance.
Interesting.
I just
okay.
put that in there because I want to be nice.
Wikipedia.
Okay. Wikipedia. I have Imran Hashmi's Shanghai, which I think like people will always say, oh, he just did like those kissing movies. Some uncle said
Lip
that. I
lock.
didn't say that.
Lip lock.
But I feel like Shanghai, he was like completely unrecognizable.
You think that's his career-defining movie?
No, he's defined it very differently.
Yeah, he defined it
But
fun ways.
in terms of like, wow, he can really
Right,
perform.
right.
And I think whenever Imran goes into serious zone, in interviews, I always like, remember when I did Shanghai? And I'm
Cool
like, yes,
guy,
I do
yeah.
remember.
Oh, nice. I like that you have a conversation
Yeah,
with him.
me and him
Nice.
talk from through the screen. I'm fine. Yeah, those were, and I also had like
I
Akshay
think you have
Khanna.
schizophrenia.
I had Akshay. I had Akshay Khanna and Dil Chahta Hai also. But I
Yeah.
don't know if it, because Akshay Khanna just is,
Yeah, you love him. You
Undefinable.
love him.
I love him.
Love like that.
I think in,
Like you play flames
Yeah.
with Akshay Khanna if you could.
But-
I support.
for me,
I'm an ally.
what did you think of our list? Now, I've
Yeah,
just
what
made
did
this-
you think, guys?
It's
Wasn't
not
my
there at
list
all, is it?
better? No, I don't think it's there.
It's not.
It's your face. They've just kept your face there because you're the star of this podcast.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah,
It's going
yeah.
really well.
Yeah, Cyrus Brocha said, I've heard you're the
Oh my
upcoming
God,
superstar.
dude. Anyway, this is out. This is not in the...
No, it
anymore.
has to be. But no, still. I
Yeah.
think my list was better, right? Guys, whoever's watching it, I hope people are. Make your fans watch.
Tell us who you thought should be on the list or whose list you
Or
agreed
whose
with
list
more.
was better. Yeah,
It's
say
not a
that.
competition.
That it is. Race saanson ki. It's a competition.
Race is another one for Akshay Khanna. Correct.
Nice.
On
Like
that note,
Kiran, like Akshay on your chest or something like that.
on that
With an
note,
E. Okay, bye.
bye. Bye, Akshay.